All right, let's get it. Happy Monday, gang. We are back with another Gestural Mondays, but it's different today because we're going back to some digital artwork. So we're going to be sketching on Procreate, which is fun. And yeah, we're going to be kind of checking audio. Okay, that sounded like it just hit real loud. We're going to be similar to our last few sessions where we're kind of work on a couple and then go back and maybe bring them a little further, maybe add some color, maybe resolve them more. Not totally sure, but we're going to you know, be drawing digitally and talking a bit about the difference of what am I looking for? This one, sorry. The differences between physical and digital art, right? Because there's a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of differences too. Especially when you're working with both, right? There's good and bad tendencies and habits for each. So it's just another tool that you want to use. So that's the fun part of what we're doing today. We are going to be doing some, I guess it's kind of holiday-ish, like elves, I guess. It's an elf reference pack, so we're using. I guess, I mean, yeah, it's going to work. I mean, their clothes, it's like holiday colors, and they have elf ears. So I don't know if workshop elves have pointed ears, though. Right? That's my own thing. I picture pointed ears to be like Legolas elf, which I think is different than Santa's elves. I don't think Legolas is up there like making toys in the off season. But who knows? These elves have ears and they're wearing Christmas garb. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be going again per usual 7 to 9 ish, and going from there. We apologize. We missed Friday's stream. Family's always gonna come first. We had some family stuff, and day got busy. Day got away from us, and that's gonna happen. But we're back Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. Today, Gestural Mondays, Watercolor Wednesdays, and Friday, I think Wednesday we're gonna be starting a very fun painting, and Friday we're gonna be lining, finally drawing, and finishing our panel from our like comic panel. So it's been a while, but it'll be fun to get to it. We've been working on and practicing with a lot of different inking tools and mediums so that we didn't learn on the actual piece. So yeah, that's why it's been taking so long, but it's a pretty fun piece. So we're still gonna have to put in bubbles and tech, like speech bubbles, and I think I'll probably hand letter it, but we'll see. It might definitely be like a traced hand lettering, so that's all relative. But it's a very fun piece, so that's going to be fun to start this week. And if we don't start it this week, because we do have some commissions to get done. I'm trying to think of what Friday's stream is. I'm not sure. We actually might be doing some commissions on Friday, but we have a lot of fun artwork coming up. That's the main message that's trying to come across here. But yeah, we've been talking for long enough about the cool artwork that's coming, so let's just get into it, right? Why not? And what we're doing today is different for how we've done digital art. I'm not sure if we're gonna keep it. Is it set up right now? Whoops. Yeah, okay. So I'm not sure if we like this setup or this setup. Obviously the other one's brighter, right? But this shows the iPad, so I'm not sure if it's better to see sort of what I'm doing, changing this, changing the opacities, all that, or if it's better just to project the screen. So we'll kind of be going back and forth, I guess. We don't have our updated camera here, but that's okay. Who cares? This one we'll see. I kind of like this because it does show that whole thing, right? Which I kind of think is interesting, but I don't know, maybe nobody else does. But like, see, you can see how I'm gonna kind of set up some groups here, and then I'll use this group. Ooh, maximum layers hit. All right, well, so we have one page here. All right, I actually have a little bit of a glare too. I've kind of been going back and forth between I kind of use a lot of different pens. The ones I don't like are usually the popular ones, which is crazy. I don't love the 6B pencil. Just doesn't feel I would just use charcoal. I'm not trying to like imitate a drawing. Peppermint's fun. Peppermint's a very fun one. But again, same thing. I like the line art, but I go back to like the actual studio pen is one of my favorites. You get like this perfect opacity with it that kind of just grays everything out, right? Again, I think seeing all this is more fun, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. So, but yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be using. I think a lot of it is either the studio pen or just Synchy, because that's almost always, to be honest, I have not worked digitally. So obviously you have undo, which right away is just the biggest difference, right? And the minute you have an undo button, it's tough. There's a lot of bad habits that can be created, right? Because you hit the undo button when something's wrong. So instead of drawing it the right way, you can very much get away with drawing things incorrectly, right? And you can even just move and manipulate. It's gonna look like it's gonna look like devil horns to start. We're going a relaxed session today. So instead of starting with a bunch of scribbles and quick poses, we're gonna go a few minutes here, a few minutes there. We're gonna kind of bounce back and forth on some sessions. And when I'm working again digitally, I'll very much go back and forth to bringing it like nice and close like that, working far away and making it nice and easy. It's all kind of relative to where you're at in the project or the drawing, right? If you need to get some real good detail, you have to kind of zoom in. You just have to. Got little candy cane buttons. But yeah, so see, we're gonna kind of do a couple little elf drawings, I guess, is what we're doing today. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how long they all end up coming out, right? Who knows? And throughout the process, like I said, we're going to be big time talking about the differences as well, because like I've already talked about the undo button as being a big part. This is the other big part, is I can just go like this, right? You can kind of manipulate the canvas. Not kind of. You can manipulate the canvas to fix the drawing. So there's those two elements make it I don't want to say a slippery slope, but it can get tricky to make sure you're not just always doing that, because, well, I guess if that's how you're going to learn, that's fine too. But if you want to work in both mediums, it's important to continue to practice traditional mediums along with new forms, right? And again, the biggest reason is because you have to continue to learn basic drawing, which is difficult when you can undo and crop and move and liquefy or whatever they call it. I don't even use that too much. I just kind of freehand, so then I can go like this and I can just do whatever I want, right? Undo, redo it. I mean, it's a great tool, but you have to make sure you're bouncing back and forth is the biggest thing. That's why I really enjoy using both mediums, because they both present very different sets of challenges, right? But see, again, now I'm gonna go like this. Stretch them legs out. And I definitely stay similar to when I'm working in any traditional medium, I guess I've talked about this quite a bit, but I always enjoy turning organic shapes and angles into inorganic, right? Sharp angles. And then kind of picking and choosing which ones I want to keep or get rid of. Can't really see this other foot, but it's got to be something like that, because it can't really be too different, right? This is just a bop, dude. Any of these, there's no way like not to kind of just move to this music. It's incredible. I know I'm strange. Okay though. Okay with that. Let's see, here's a good example. It's all fun. So yeah, you can see all the different ways to change drawing, obviously, which is nice, but you obviously can't do that with other mediums, right? And I'm working on one layer right now. I want to continue to take these drawings a little further because I think I'll probably end up adding another layer like you tend to do. That's one of the other benefits of digital art, right? So I can go like this, and then on my next, well, I have to get rid of a bunch of layers. Okay, not that one. Let's get rid of a bunch of layers, easy. Okay, that's nothing. Gesture. Cool. But now what I can do is I can go in and I can, again, we can do like we've done with different colors. You can come in on a different, you can kind of go in, lower the opacity. I'm not even going to worry about those few lines. That's okay. I lied. Right, so you can kind of, again, just do so much with it. And what we're going to try to do now is get a little face in here, actually. Which I know we don't usually do right away. So bear with me on how it comes out here. You can already tell it has to be a little bit, I think, one tilted, big time. And we go like this. Well, not that much, but a little too big, right? And again, you can make so many more, not mistakes, but extra rough marks that you can fix at any point. There's no way to like, you can always get rid of them. You don't have to worry about being able to erase. You could do it in like perfect black. Doesn't really matter. What I'm doing is I'm just getting general shapes, and then I'm gonna zoom right in. You kind of start fixing, right? Kind of looks like a troll more than an elf, but I promise it's an elf. Bear with me here. What to do is get those higher. A little sharper angles. Again, I'm putting down way more marks than I normally would if I was working in pencil. Any other medium than digital. That's one of the big parts of digital, because literally it goes right down to 0, right? Couple marks and it's back to perfect. It's just gone. Again, undo anything like that, right? I just brush it away sometimes. Elf looks a little stoned. Won't lie. It's like more here. See any of this, the beauty is just kind of go like this. So this is a good example of when we talk about getting paint down. With digital art, same thing, same concept. To get marks down, because now you can move it around, push and pull. Like I said, first face of the night. I'm not sure how far we'll take this. We're gonna make it look better than it does now. I'll tell you that much. But we'll see where it ends up, because that has to come way more up here. A little bit of a smirk will exaggerate, possibly. I just like scratch my eyeball. I'm working very quickly again, because I tend to work much faster with digital art, right? And again, the reason is you can always undo something. You can always tweak it and fix it and redo it almost instantaneously, versus physical art. There is that element of it's paper. You can only do so much. You can only take it so far, right? This looks weird, I know, but it's just so I can keep track of the nose. for the record, she does have 2 different size eyes. Even though I'm drawing it that way, that is actually character looks also. Oh, why did that happen? That's better or worse yet, but we're gonna see. Both of them have to go up just a little bit, right? But this is a big part why all of these edits, it's many times more efficient to figure a lot out here. And it looks so funny right now because she doesn't have hair. And her neck has to be way longer. It's all starting to look just... You can just move and manipulate so much about it. It's very fun. It's a great little tool. Her neck might be a little long. We'll see. It actually almost doesn't look that long. Kind of just has that straight line there, yeah. And all these scary songs. Halloween's over, man. What is this? Oh, whoops. I meant to check how long I've been drawing this. What is it? Probably like... Oh gosh. Okay, cool. I guess apparently we're not the whole Like that feels right. Go. I think again, this has to kind of come there. I might have had the right. Oh no, because that goes like that. Yeah, yeah. Always checking angles and distances. We want that actually like there. See, there's a lot of zooming in and out and all that. Which obviously you can't totally do with, again, a piece of paper, right? It's definitely like right here. That's why you have to zoom out and see like the whole picture and then zoom back in and find again your specifics, right? Sleeves kind of there. Ruffles, right? All these intense songs. Very funny. Actually, you know what? It does kind of come out behind a little bit of hair. I guess to make it look like an elf, you have to kind of like tilt it down, right? I suppose. So it was a nice relaxing jam. Some of those ruffles into the dress, you know? And it gives you some marks to like, so you can go here, you can pull that back in. Right, kind of so show some different depth to the dress at least. keep getting some of them. I must have to change my contacts. Keep getting some crazy. Something's like itching my eyeball. That has to hit right there. Yeah, perfect. You have a knee and that leg. I mean, yeah, 'cause that goes here. Knee's right here. The other knee's going back, right? Kind of goes like that. And then your other calf there and pushing back. Almost barely has. Yeah, there you go. Then it comes out and in front. Back here. It's going to be like, eh. Yeah, because this still comes in quite a bit, so. Go there. Right. Go like that. Perfect. Now we go here. I'm not really going to do too much of it, but striped socks that will probably might put color in. We'll see. So it's one of those ways. It's pretty fun because you can actually show almost like real contours, right? You pay attention to how they're sort of folding, you can really, I don't know, learn about contours, how the shapes work. I think that's all getting too dark, but it's okay because that is a good chance to show this. Again, this is no different than when I take a kneaded eraser and kind of go over the whole thing. Is I just lower the opacity on an eraser, go for like a bigger shape. Just kind of go over the whole thing, right? You do it again. And again, all you're doing there is just cleaning it up just a little bit, where then you can go back in and again pick and choose all those correct lines. Same as when I go in with a kneaded eraser on a piece of paper, right? And then you can kind of see them clearly. Be a little different, right? All right, see if we can get this a little cuter here. Same thing, so I'm going to lower the opacity just a little bit. Go over it twice. You can probably see that pretty clearly, I think, but maybe not. See, I have my couple of erasers down there that are for the different opacities, right? Has to be tilted a little bit, I think. Nice and easy. This has to be higher. Is this issue? Or does this have to be lower? That's what looked weird, is that this wasn't enough space. Not that big of a lip. Guess it'd be more like that. Yeah, I think that's sort of closer to where we want it here. We might not. This weird songs today. Does come in just a little bit, right? So an example of when I talk about like angles here is this actually does come in a little. Cuts in here, right? It's not straight vertical. It's important to notice that and see that. Might make sense, it might not, because I don't know how I might erase most of this. We're gonna see shortly. just light. So what I'm doing is I'm just like kind of putting in my light, my shadow lines almost, right? So that I can see sort of if I want to put more detail in. I don't think so. But ultimately this is all grayed out. Right? I don't want to do that yet. I don't like that. Too much. Too distracting. And you go to your main layer to change. What do we have here? I don't want that. All right, even lower opacity so you can see everything. Undo, zoom right in, get that nice solid line. Right, and now when I'm going in with the lines, now's like kind of the fun part where I am being loose with the marks, almost like you're lining anything, right? I'm not really trying to go in and make everything perfect. At this point, at least. Just because, again, it's gesture, right? It's all gesture jarring. I'm always experimenting with marks. And the biggest problem with this Jasinki pen is it doesn't feel like it's as consistent in its mark making, if that makes sense. Which is one of the biggest things that I always look for in a brush. Because it feels like sometimes you put marks down, they don't go where you want them to go on some brushes. And that I think is the hardest part. The hardest thing to work with digital drawing. Because again, that's like using a pencil that's not putting marks where you want it to go, right? Like it's just not. That's not going to work. That's always been my only complaint about this brush, but I do love Jasinki. I think is one of my favorite. No way to put like a highlight there, so. But I do like it because it feels like it has similarities to almost like a dip pen, right? That its marks kind of change and vary on you, but you can really control it with pressure to an extent, and it still allows for some pretty cool happy accidents. I was gonna say happy mediums, but I have a couple happy accidents, you know. Feels like it's kind of a Christmassy tune, but it feels like a weird Christmassy tune. Right? Always a great jam. Really starting to learn the Epidemic playlist here. Has some good bops on it. Again, one of the biggest things is you want to always be focusing more on the subject than the artwork in front of you, right? Just some basic shading quick, right? Nothing too crazy here. Some of those spots where it's like, it's very needed. Right? Why not? I don't like that. I liked it up until the face. So you just undo a bunch. Crisis averted, really. Again, that's kind of all just controlled by pressure. Just like a dip pen, right? And I do go into my settings and change it up a little bit. so that it's not as difficult to get the pressure, right? So I actually make it so I don't have to press so hard for it to be a difference. Just kind of makes it easier on my hand, on my wrist. So I found that I was like kind of like, oh, I have to kind of press so hard for it to be different. So I make that a little easier. I guess a little bit more sensitive is probably the word, right? Mess that foot up bad. See how you can just mess that up? I think it's because it can't be that high. Yeah, it has to be like there. Kind of does do that though, because the leg's coming forward. So it has that weird almost look to it. Big part of how you pull that leg forward, right? And then this comes back. That is that angle, yeah. Turns back out. They want one more here. So that's the top. Red, white. You can see how I'm fixing the stripes also as I'm going through it, right? Whoa, wrong one. And you can do a lot of different things to color. Obviously there's a thing called flatting, which is a comic book term where you kind of turn certain things into certain layers, right? And alpha lock so you can't go out of the lines and all this sort of stuff. I don't do that as much. Again, I'm usually working on one layer for the most part. But when I add color, I usually put a layer in between my original sketch. And I like a lot of different brushes. My favorite is usually Spectre, which if you lower the opacity, you can get really nice marks. Wrong spot. So see, and then I'm on the wrong layer. What you want to do is you work in the middle layer. And now I can make marks similar to if... It has like a cooler feel to it still. That's it. Perfect. And again, now I can just kind of go in underneath and work like this, right? Oh, he's in that Christmas spirit. That's it, man. December is here. Should have turned off my messages. Sorry. What's up, Shaz? How you doing, man? How's the new puppy? A new tablet? Nope. Different view. So now we're seeing the iPad versus like just streaming the art. So it's just Zoom. It's just the normal desk camera I use. Only it's yeah, it's kind of different. I feel like I kind of like seeing. I think it's better to see all of that, right? And like do all this. It's kind of cool. Good news. She's a little cutie. She is. She's a great looking pop. That's so fun. Gaming it all? Arc, yeah. I've been arcing a little bit this weekend. PlayStation servers came out, so Dub and Goopy and I have been messing around on like an that's better. Cross-plat server. Just a deady though, not like official. It's been fun though. It's actually really fun. Been a pretty fun wipe. Got ourselves a nice little pearl cave. No land base yet, which is kind of inconvenient, but it is what it is. We're working on that part. How you guys doing? Try to go smalls a couple times. Rough servers. Like, since they dropped, you're saying, right? Like the new ones? Yeah, smalls is fucking bullshit, dude. It's just too sweaty. Can't really enjoy it. It's just like not it. Had a stack test for average on base. We got, oh no, that's brutal. And we covered from the raft and dropped a tree plat. Instantly got raided by a bug and a stego. No shit. Dude, that's, were you playing with Switch and I? No, right? That's what happened to Switch and I on smalls too. The second we got turrets up, somebody dropped a and it's like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, you win. It's like, that's fair. We'll just leave. I don't really like Rhino Nathias. I think they're too overpowered. I kind of wish it was just RGs and PTs. That would be really fun. Well, and Quetzals, I guess. On the Deddy, we try an online raid and you just can't do anything. Coming with the high HP bug. Yeah, like, exactly. Like, what? Yeah, they're just too OP. That's crazy. Yeah, can you net them? But you, like, when do we even get nets? Need nets, that would be the only way to counter them. They got so much HP and armor, it doesn't even matter. No, you can't kill it. You would just be netting it until the game ended. Trying to log all tech on this 1x server. I'm pretty much done. I just want to get stuff unlocked for the future. Damn. You guys cruising on that official server, huh? You guys got the server like locked up, right? Obviously, you must at this point. Yeah, it's locked down. That's fun. I mean, that's fun, but isn't it kind of boring too? Or no? Are you like digging it? Too warm there. I need it almost cooler. That is not better. Guess it should just be that. It blends with at least the hue, I suppose. It's incredibly boring until Surzo and others to do his farm and look for tames. F breeding, that takes way too long. Yeah, that's... Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the game. I guess that's all we're doing, though, too, kind of. But... Is there even a date for servers to open yet, or no? What is it? Like, usually like 3 months or so? It's getting a little sloppy there. It's okay. Scorches until March. I saw that. I had a base going for 3 days, but got white pretty easy. Been trying to get a start on smalls, but can't get anywhere solo. Yeah, for sure. At a base going for 3 days. Smalls, you just have to go a pearl cave. It would have to be a pearl cave. That's all there is to it. That's the only thing about this wipe that we're on is the pearl cave is definitely the way to go, dude. You can still get wiped out of it, but it's different. But Smalls, yeah, Smalls is ooh. That's still too dark down here. That's better. So I want to prepare characters for the future. Maybe when they die down before Scorch, I'll go for 100 run. Do you mean like just to have the characters? Yeah. Smalls is just, I mean, Smalls you can survive. You just have to play it politically. You just have to like know who's alpha. Get in the Discord. That's the annoying part of Smalls. If you don't join the Discord, you really can't. Or like the Alliance, you can't. You're not gonna survive on Smalls. Sweat. Broomy. What up, baby? How you doing? And pay them. Yeah, that's fair. And fucking literally pay to play. Happy Monday, Broomy. How you doing, brother? Broomy's feeling good after that game yesterday. It was a dope game. You get Lethal Company? I haven't yet. Did you? Are we all gonna? Broom, I know, has been loving it. Happy Monday, doing good, my dude. Just woke up from a nap. Hell yeah, bro. That is a good day right there. Love a good nap. Oh, all these marks are actually just with the, I think, the studio pen. Yeah, studio pen 100%. So again, I always try to keep it very loose, similar to any of my work, right? Is that same feel to it. Looks super fun. All do too. So much fun. They have mods for it too. Can't believe $10 rings for. That's crazy. And yeah, I guess I should get it before it goes up because it's probably gonna go up a lot, actually. Epic tunes right here. I'm sure it'll be 25 to 30, right? Didn't realize it was that cheap. Yeah, it'll go up. Let me crap today. That was to say buckaroos. I kind of like $10 rings for it. I kind of liked it. I was like, I kind of like that new expression we're using here. Okay. I was trying to think of it like working with markers, because the way it layers transparently. Uh-oh. Missed one. Another one there. Yeah, that's always kind of how I'm thinking of my color, my marks. 10 buckaroos, baby. That's really good, obviously, for anything. That's even like a couple hours of fun. That's not a bad deal. I don't know if I like it that big. Definitely the only game right now that doesn't shut down my computer. Damn, you still haven't figured it out? That's crazy. How's your PC running, Shaz? Still just money? I feel like yours has been going good since you upgraded what you had to, right? Going great. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. Love hearing that. Love hearing that. So see, instead of going in between each one here, I'm gonna get a little cheeky. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna add a layer under this layer. Now I can just go like this. Right. So again, there's always different layers and ways to use them. And that just lets me kind of work with all the red marks that I put down instead of working around them. So again, just another fun way to use layers for sure. Power supply is probably the culprit, but kind of broke to fix. Damn. Yeah, the power supply seems to be a big issue, right? I mean, obviously, but I don't know. I wouldn't really think that to be like the main thing, but I get, again, it makes sense. I mean, it's like, well, yeah, that's what powers the computer, obviously. Okay. Sorry. I put white. I forgot I put white there. That's fair. I was like, why isn't this working in these areas? That's fair. And then you can do the same thing on on top, right? For a highlight layer. And now it's all going to be on top of everything pretty much, right? So again, you can have fun going back and interacting with a lot of the marks you might want to keep, you might not want to keep. And you can go in and add all sorts of fun highlights. If you want to fix the drawing, you can do any of that stuff, right? So again, it's just kind of playing with layers is always a big part of digital art. I hate that that rhymed. Just a little tiny. There we go. It's fun. I think we have time for one more maybe, yeah. And or we're gonna come back and just kind of work on this, but I take quick 5 here. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, I think we might come back and probably just kind of keep coloring and tweaking this a little bit more. Because we only have another 30 minutes we're going to do, so we'll just kind of have fun with this little scribble sketch here. It's kind of blurry from far away, which is weird, but that's it up close. So, yeah, we'll see what we can kind of get into and where we go from here, but I just have to take a quick 5 minutes, stretch my legs, stretch my back, and then we're gonna be right back. Maybe we'll go a little bit past 9, and do another and keep like sketching, keep the drawing going. Yeah, maybe we're feeling it. We're feeling sketching, but I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We'll be right back. Please hit that like and subscribe and follow down below. And while you're there, hit that share button. Send this video to a friend. Going for 1,000 subs on YouTube, 2,000 followers on Twitch, 500 on the gram, and I think 1,500 on TikTok. All our goals. So our goals are out there. Let's reach them. Be right back, gang. All right, I get it. Definitely need her hair to come up a little higher here. Oh, I don't know where that went. Okay. Not mean to make that like as like loopy in. I don't think that's the actual term, but you know what I mean. Was not planning on working on one drawing here. This kind of happened. Oh, okay. What? Thank you. Oh, that's the color. Oh no, okay, I see. Okay. What I don't want is that defined of teeth there. I don't mind that. We need to get, let's see, stay on the color section, tap to select the color, and I want it less saturated here. Because there has to be another, oops, why isn't this chain? I don't know when that started happening. Still a little darker and grayer here. You can always pull it back out. But what I want to do is get these darks in here. So all that does is pull out the lights. It's the biggest reason you need your accurate values, right? And see, instead of changing the color here, I just changed the opacity. So I'm still working with the same hue technically. I've just changed how much it's going down. And I definitely enjoy sorry, I said to see some of these marks. I really like working in lower opacities and lots of layers, right? I don't know if that's, again, not even right or wrong, but just easier or more difficult, right? For me, it just makes more sense. So switch to a new mega, got all alpha ball. Yeah, that's what he said, dude. That's crazy. I mean, if they have it ready to go, the bosses aren't hard. Again, a mega tribe is, I mean, isn't that like, isn't that what they're supposed to be? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to say that in like a shitty way, because I'm not part of one. But isn't it kind of supposed to be like, because there's so many people, it's just like, yeah, obviously you're done. Like, my thoughts are, if you're struggling as a mega tribe, you're donezo. You're not going to make it. Does that make sense? Which I was so many people in the UK that are on bosses while I sleep or I'm at work. That's shitty. But you said you've ran them all, right? So see, now again, I'm just kind of matching my values here. No different than any type. This doesn't matter medium, right? Values are values. Lights are darks. Lights and darks are lights and darks. That's just the reality. Again, another fun thing to do. Oh, I did that on the completely wrong page, but that's okay. Whatever, let's lean into that now, right? Happened. But yeah, isn't that kind of how Alpha Tribe, like it's supposed to be, I don't know. I feel like if you're struggling, if your Alpha Tribe's struggling, you're donezo. Because it's not exponentially even, right? Like if somebody has a tribe of 100 people that are just crushing it, you're donezo. They're just going to be way farther along than you. It's not like 3 to 5 people where they have a slight advantage, right? Or no? Is that not accurate? Again, I don't know. Truly, because I'm not in one, but that's like my thinking on it, I feel like. Then you can put a layer right over, bring it to 10%. This is actually my favorite way to shade, and then I add multiple color layers. Then you just go to black, and you can just shade over everything. Well, maybe. Yeah. Oh, that's why. It just shows up as a nice uniform value. It's a great way, quick way to shade things. I know people are going to say you should color burn and multiply and all that stuff, but this, honestly, it works really well. And it pulls everything together because it's just a single value. Yeah, they run Garen Brood all day long, back to back to back for me. Jesus. Is that like Fish in the guys, or is it a different official? A different mega tribe? Fish is in it, but they're playing well right now. I'm in TPG. I was with them in Last Oasis for a bit. Nice. I feel like that's who we were in with Lost Island, right? When Lost Island first came out. No, that was Trojan Troll. Oh, damn. Sounds right. Is TPG like big and scary? $220 players right now? Damn. Seen about 1,500 at a time, but they got people from all over the world. Wow. That's intense, dude. Wrong way. We love playing. Oh, it's not many. That's actually is interesting. So I definitely. They're like any French YouTubers or anything? I can't really think of any, which is wild. Guess there has to be that I just maybe don't watch, but. Like this white here. Like this color way more than that white everywhere, so. The white almost makes it look like tinsely. Mm, 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 mm. This is a bop. And this is showing up like all dark like this, which is interesting. Right, that's probably where we're gonna wrap it up. A nice little fun elf sketch. No, I said I didn't like the white, but I kind of do. I like that it at least makes it all very visible there, right? Don't like that. Oh wait, where am I on? Oh. Not all of these, but some. I don't even know how I made some of these, right? It's cool. All right, back to actually where I have to do it all around the edges here. Cool. So I got a little carried away there. Oh, all right, that's better. That's better. I don't know why that signature feels easier. I feel like I have a digital signature and like a regular signature, like a. I guess that's still the nicest. But yeah, that's our Christmas elf, I guess, as we're calling it, right? Man, I don't know if we like. Oh my gosh. You scared me. Jeez, just sneaked it up on you. Yeah, I don't know if we like that or this, 'cause this is just gonna look much cleaner. So that's our next option, I suppose. But I kind of liked this style today, but I think next time we'll probably be here just 'cause it's much cleaner. But I do think it's fun. Whoops, wrong one. I do think it's fun to see how the layers and all that's manipulated, right? I think that's a fun part of it. Yeah. So that is our little holiday elf, a little fun piece. Nothing too crazy, but you know, fun little sketch, fun little drawing. We are in December, so I'm gonna try to stay somewhat festive, but we'll see how long that stays or lasts. But we'll be back this week, Wednesday and Friday this week, definitely. Watercolor and figure Friday. So until next time, I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Shaz, Broomy, everybody here. Can't thank you guys enough. I hope you all enjoy your Monday. I'll catch you guys in the Discord for show. And until next time, most importantly, stay healthy and stay happy. Much love, baby. Buddy the elf might be coming.